Hey guys, it's Crazy Comic Lady and I'm here with my stash countdown year in review. So my stash countdown, the aim of this, I started it January 2024, was to try and complete more kits than I purchased because my stash of diamond paintings had grown a little bit out of control in 2023. So I decided I wanted to try and work my way through my stash and limit how many new diamond paintings I actually purchased. So the first goal that I set myself at the beginning of 2024 in January was the budget, because it's very easy, especially with all the discount codes and all of that, to get carried away and end up spending actually more than you had realised. So for 2024, I set myself a budget of approximately around £35 a month was my diamond painting budget, with a bonus for birthday and Christmas of a few £100s. So my average budget should have been somewhere between £770 and £920 for the year. So do we think I managed to do it? Do we think that I managed to stay in my budget? The answer is yes. So £729.50 is the grand total for 2024, which it still feels like quite an extremely large amount of money looking at it. So I think moving forward, I think I can lower my budget for 2025 and try and beat this score. This is the number to beat for this following year. So, but that's kind of good that I actually came in under my original budget. So I think I get a thumbs up for that one. So yay, we can go one successful goal completed. My next goal that I'd set myself at the beginning of last year was a kit limit. So I wanted to try and work my way through my stash without buying new ones. So I thought 12 kits, that's one a month. That should gradually work down my stash because I should be able to complete way more than that. 2024 I didn't end up actually completing as many kits as I had planned due to the house move. So do we think I managed to stick to my 12 kit limit for 2024? The answer is so we hit 20 in total for 2024. 2024. So I went over my goal of 12 kits. However, I did have some loopholes that I had allowed myself at the beginning of 2024. Loopholes that I'm thinking of removing for this coming year. But my loopholes were anything Puffy Gator and any discontinued kits that I really want that are on de-stash sites or eBay or something like that. So my loophole kits, out of the 20 that we purchased, 8 of them were Puffy Gator, which was my first loophole of anything Puffy Gator, and 2 of them were actually discontinued. I got my very first Craftably kit literally a week before they went out of business and shut down. So I was so glad that I got my Craftably kit. It was called Escape from Eden, and I got that off a de-stash site on Facebook. I think I got that one really early on in the year, like February, I think. And my other discontinued kit, I found a really great Dreamer Designs kit going on eBay, brand new, sealed, for £26, and it was a discontinued kit. It was called Wolf Wilderness. I'll put a picture up. But yeah, so I was like, well, I can't say no to a 60 by 80 canvas, which is huge, that is £26 and it's discontinued and I like the artwork. So out of the 20, 10 of them were loopholes. So if you take out the loopholes, and technically I only bought 10 kits. We bought 20 kits. I went over my kit total by 8. We're going to do better the following year. This next year is definitely going to be better. So the final goal that I had set myself for 2024 was complete more kits than I buy. So this year has been really, really slow for me in completing kits. So I was sort of getting towards the end of the year going, wow, I really haven't done very many. I've got to at least kind of try and get my number down. So, okay. And the result is, dun, 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 bought 20, completed 23. So we're going to call that a win, even though my overall stash is only down by 3. it's still down. That's good. So those were the 3 goals that I'd set myself. Passed 1 with flying colours. Almost passed, kind of passed 2, but not with flying colours, and failed. So, you know, the colour of the cards kind of gave it away. So that's 2024 in review. So this was my how I was keeping track of it. So at the beginning of the year, I started at 91 kits at the beginning of 2024. I'm now going into 2025 at 88 kits. So we're slightly further down. So I'm going to continue on my line until we finish this entire piece of paper, and hopefully work through the majority of my stash. By the time we've gotten to the very bottom line, that might be a miracle. So going forward, because I was keeping track of completing 10 and then how many was I buying. So I completed 10 and I bought 9 for the first lot. And then I completed 10, but I bought 11 for the second. Although one of those was probably down here. But anyway, so I started the year kind of doing these coloured swirls to kind of match the kits I'd completed, so that the colour scheme to match. After a while, I gave up on that, apart from a bit down here where I tried to do a snowflake to indicate the Snow Queen painting that I worked on over Christmas. So that was how I was keeping track of it, and we'll continue into 2025 on here. This was also how I keep track of things. So I was writing down what I completed in each month and what I bought, and I was keeping track of the budget and the spend as we went along. So January in 2024 started off really well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 diamond paintings completed in January, and only bought 2 and some stickers, Craft Buddy stickers, which I didn't really count. I counted it to the total budget, but I didn't count it onto the kit limit because stickers don't count. There's another loophole for you. February, I definitely slowed down. That was when we had some very bad news about a family member, and I kind of went off the rails. This was where the massive spend for the year happened, was in February, because I wanted that immediate pick-me-up of comfort shopping, basically. So that's where I learned that I really was an emotional buyer, because I kind of went all in, and I bought 4 kits from Distracted by Diamonds, where I'd been hanging off on trying Distracted by Diamonds just because the international postage costs for their kits is horrifying. So, I mean, the price of tax and the shipping is more than the price of a kit by a long way. So that's where the main expense went. That was £229.67 on just 4 kits. That's including postage and everything. I did find like the more you bought, the cheaper it did come out, and they do then refund you back the postage costs because they overcharge you on Etsy. The store is called Paddy Wax, and then they will refund you the difference in the shipping cost. So you're never quite sure. You can message and ask them to give you a quote beforehand, but yeah. Anyway, so that's where my big expense was. And then I did do, I got a Diamond Art Studio UK kit off a Facebook D-Stash for £35. That was called Wolf in a Forest. So I'll put up a picture here-ish. So that one will be interesting to try, because that is, I think it's an older kit, that one that I've got. So it'll be interesting to see what their square drills were like on their older kits, because on their newer kits, the grids are really, really tight on their newer square kits. So I'll definitely be interested to try that one. I'm planning to do it this coming year. So yeah, so we had the 4 Distracted by Diamonds, which were all the Puffy Gator kits, 2 of which had been discontinued or were about to be discontinued, which was Hold the Line and Mama Bear, which is kind of interesting because it's sold out, and now Mama Bear is back on their website again, but in round reels, not in square. So maybe they meant they were only discontinuing the square version of that kit, not the round one, because that seems a bit off to say this kit's being discontinued and then 7 months later it's back up on the website but in a different drill shape. I don't know, it seemed weird, because I kind of prefer round, so if I'd known I could have held off and just got the round version of the same kit. But it doesn't matter, it'll still be wonderful to work on when I get to it. I also got, I used up some of my points on another kit from Diamond Art Studio UK, which was Ferdinand, which I completed, which you can go and see in my year in review video. That kit did actually have some issues, and Dash UK, they actually refunded me the cost of the kit and my points, which I really wasn't expecting. Yeah, oh, that was kind of a shock, because I was like, but it was okay, I still finished the kit even though it had some issues on the canvas. But that was so lovely of them. I didn't expect them to do that. And then the other one I got was the also off a D-Stash Facebook group, which was Escape from Eden, which was the craftability kit that I got. I'll put a picture right here if you'd have a look at that one. That one I think is really, really pretty. It kind of reminds me of almost like a mermaid kind of crawling out of the ocean. That's what that one kind of screams to me anyway. But yeah, February, I bought a lot of kits, but I only completed 2 kits. And then we had grief and funerals and things. So that pretty much threw off my my steam when it came to completing kits, I think, because things got just hectic, life things. So March I still managed to complete 3 kits, but I didn't buy anything, so I did brilliant in March, go me, which is actually my birthday month. So I think my thought pattern was, I've spent so much in February that I'm going to say that that was my birthday early. So then April I only completed 1 kit, which was a Dream and Designs kit, and I didn't buy anything. May and June I didn't complete any diamond paintings at all. That was when the house move was kind of in full swing of, I didn't want to start anything because I was in the middle of packing, don't know how long it's going to take. So that's why May and June I completed none, but I also bought none. In July I completed just 1 kit from Diamond Art Studio UK, bought nothing. August I managed to complete 2 kits. And I also bought 1 kit, but that's because my points at Diamond Art Studio UK were going to expire, because you get 6 months worth of points after you've made a purchase before your points expire. So I spent the rest of my points on a canvas that I've completed. I did that for, I think it was November I did that. It was called Loved Ones Are Near. It was Little Robin. And then September was when I'd first moved into the new house, finally, at long last. And then I rewarded myself a bit with a few more kits. So I got another 2 from Distracted by Diamonds, which were the Quazanza Kitty and Saltwater, which is a mermaid kit. That was expensive. That was £112. And the Quazanza Kitty one, that kit, just the cost of the kit, that was £9. And yet together with the 2, and Saltwater was on discount as well, so I think that was £35. And then add on the shipping and the tax, and it came to £112 for 2 kits, which is quite expensive when you think about it. It works out at roughly £61 a kit, so it is quite pricey for us international folk from that company. But the lady who ran it, I can't remember her name now, it's terrible of me, but she was so lovely when I was chatting to her about postage and things. She was absolutely fantastic and just so lovely to deal with. And I'd heard that before from people saying that the owner of that shop was really nice, and I can confirm the owner of Distracted by Diamonds, Paddy Wax, Robin, I think is her name, Robin. Yeah, she's lovely. She's a really, really nice person. So yeah, then October I completed 1 kit, bought no kits, and then of course November, Black Friday, that's what really, really tripped me up. So I managed to complete 3 kits in November. But I also bought, what was it? Diamond Art Studio UK had I think it was it buy one get one 60% off, which I thought was a fantastic deal. So I got 2 kits there. Discern the Limits of Darkness, which is actually a kit I've just kitted up actually. So I'm going to be working on that one shortly. So that's the sticker sheet. So this was actually interesting because this kit, it was definitely one of their older kits because the canvas feels different, and it's got the older style sticker sheet in it. These sticker sheets are really annoying because they're really flimsy, but that's all kitted up and ready to go for a January start for me. This kit kind of reminds me of, she looks like Lara Croft to me from the game Angel of Darkness, which was one of my favourite PS2 childhood games. I loved Angel of Darkness, even with all of its glitchiness. So this picture and the title, Discern the Limits of Darkness, makes me think of Tomb Raider. And this coming February 14th, they're re-releasing that game Angel of Darkness on computers, you know, the remastered version of it. So I'm really excited to try the remastered version of my favorite childhood game. I actually loved the glitches gave it character and made the game that much more challenging. But yeah, I'm kind of excited to work on her. So she's in the pipeline to be done. So I bought her, and I also bought, what did I buy? Green Macaw, which was this nice little parrot kit. Picture over here. And then I got I got 1 Diamond Dots, which is this kit under here, which you can see, Panther Spy. I got that from eBay that was a steal. That was only £9, I think. £10.69, that's what it was. And then I've got we were still doing September. I forgot to say, in September, I also used some of my Dreamer Design points as well, because there was a kit that I liked called Tiger from the Embers, another picture here, which I thought was really cool. And that one was due to be discontinued, and it had just hit low stock. So I was like, okay, time to spend the points. And I think I just paid shipping and a little bit extra for the kit. So I spent £25.91 from Dreamer Designs on one kit. So yeah, then we got the Panther Spy that I got for Black Friday, and then I got 3 kits from Diamond Art Club, and yeah, I was trying to be really good and not buy anything for Black Friday, and then the one I really wanted, Misha the Rottweiler, went into limited edition. I was like, okay, they knew how to get me to spend money on Black Friday. After all, I was so close to being good. And then, as I mentioned before, the discontinued Dreamer Designs kit, Wolf Wilderness, that I got off eBay. I got that in November as well for £26, which was a steal. So all in all, not too bad, but could be better. We shall improve on it in this coming year. So if we move over we're into my little book now. I've got everything I finished and my goals for the next year. So in 2024 I completed 7 square kits, 15 round kits, from 6 different companies. So my goals for 2025, the first one is the budget again, which £35 a month still seem to be working all right. So that would take you up to a yearly spend of £420, plus a birthday bonus and an Xmas bonus, which I might actually lower that, which would give me a budget of between £770 and £820. So the previous, in 2024, the budget was between £770 and £920. So we've already gone down 100, but I think we can beat that. I think we can do better than £729, because that's still too excessive. Although, before anyone wonders about how do you afford to pay for all your kits and everything, I don't buy clothes, I don't go out to eat, I don't, apart from, you know, buying food and my pets, I don't really buy a lot of stuff, apart from the occasional twice a year I'll buy a computer game perhaps, but that's pretty much all just where my hobby goes. So if you break it down to the £35 a month, trying to justify it again, then I think it kind of works out a bit better. Kind of, it doesn't look as bad when you say, oh, it's only £35 a month I'm putting towards diamond painting. So anyway, that's the budget, but we're going to try and do a lot better than that this coming year. So my kit limit is going to stay the same, of try and only stick to 12 large ones. My loophole for this coming year is maybe adding on 6 small kits, because I'm very lacking in small kits that I can do downstairs as a sofa kit. When my partner and I are just watching TV, I'm kind of missing small kits from my stash, because I think in 2024 I mostly completed small diamond paintings, because it was the only thing I had the energy to kind of do at the time. So I've run through most of my small diamond paintings. So we're going to have possibly an additional 6 small ones added onto the kit limit, perhaps. We'll see. Again, the same goal again of complete more than I buy. That's, yeah, we're sticking with that. And then try to limit DAC purchases, because the majority of my stash is actually made up of Diamond Art Club kits. I think out of the 88, about 60 of them are probably Diamond Art Club, and 25 or 28 of them are not Diamond Art Club. So that's where I'm trying to be very limiting my DACs until I've worked down the stash of DACs a bit. Because also what I've learned is, you miss out on all the the upgrades and everything when you've got all the old kits. They start making upgrades to their, the canvas quality, and then they have the new toolkits and the perforated covers. And this year I kind of missed almost all of that. And I was like, oh, but I want to try the new toolkit. So I did crack open my Black Friday purchases as soon as they turned up, so I could be like, toolkit. I do actually really love the pens, actually. Yeah, the new putty pens, I actually really like them. They're much more comfortable to hold, I find. So I'm actually really enjoying these refillable putty pens. They're nice. I like this edition. So I've only got 3 of the new kits since all these modifications were made. So, and the trading cards and everything, that was fun. But yeah, so that's one of the reasons as well for not going overboard and having a massive stash, because then if you'd waited, you could have got kits with all the new upgrades and things. So anyway, that's my takeaway of it. And I think I learnt that as well from watching Lisette Crafts and Tales when she was doing her stash detox, which is where the inspiration for this came from. Because it was fascinating hearing her take on it, because some of her kits were really old. So it was really interesting to just be able to see how the quality improves. And I think you take notice of it a lot more when you're, I don't know, appreciating all the upgrades when you can't buy any new ones. And you're like, but I want to try them. Anyway, so that's just my takeaway on that as well. So I'm looking forward to getting to see what new upgrades they try, and being really specific about the Diamond Art Club kits I get. There is one I have to get when it restocks, because I really need to do it for my 3rd year anniversary, which is called Spirits. I'll put a picture right here. It's by the artist Robin Coney, and I've done the other 2 that were available of his artwork from Diamond Art Club. I've also sent more of his artwork to licensing as well, in the hopes that maybe they can produce some more of his kits, because every year on my diamond painting anniversary I do one of his kits and have done since the very beginning. So I'm definitely going to make at least one Diamond Art Club purchase. But I think what I've learned from this last year is to try and save my budget and my allotted kits until we're closer to Black Friday, as in don't blow my whole budget at the start of the year like I did in 2024. So that's where we're up to on that. I have kind of started planning out what kits that I want to do this year. So if you want to have a look, we can have a look on my iPad together, and I'll show you what I've got planned for the upcoming months. It may be subject to change, but I'm planning on doing this one as well. I've got a sticker sheet right here. Winter Solace by Abraham Hunter. It's a big one. I bought this one before I realised the size of it. This was one of my very early Diamond Art Club purchases, as in within the same couple weeks of when I first discovered Diamond Art Club. So this one's been sitting in my stash since the beginning of 2023, I think. Lost track, but he's definitely been in my stash one of the longest. So I've got him out. He's all kitted up and ready to go. I have decided that 2025 is going to be my year of big kits. I'm very enthusiastic about. I want to have a massive diamond painting on the go every single month until I finish them, just so that I do find that there's a huge sense of accomplishment when you're working on a really large diamond painting, which for me it's always quite satisfying, and you go, wow, that's big, and then you open a smaller one, because I just finished Misha the Rottweiler, which was a 70 by 70 kit, and then I unrolled this one, Discern the Limits of Darkness, and I went, wow, this is tiny. It's a 50 by 50 square, but in comparison to that 70 by 70 kit I literally just finished before the start of the new year, yeah, it's It's so tiny. So it's kind of also nice once you've done a big one and then you go back to a small one, you're like, wow, what used to be big now feels small. So those are two of the kits that I'm planning for January. I've got one other one kitted out already, which is my my sofa kit, because I've got to have a small kit. I've got to have one large kit going, another miscellaneous kit, and then a sofa kit that I can have just to dip into every so often. So I also unboxed one of my Black Friday purchases, which was In Between Dreams by Puffy Gator. So that one's kitted up and ready to go as well, but I haven't started any of them at the moment. So those are my January attempts. So if we go into my insanely detailed amount of planning that's gone into this. So I've got different colours for different kits. So we've got DAC is in blue, and Dreamer Designs and Diamond Art Studio UK are in purple. Yellow is Diamond Shop and Distracted by Diamonds, and red is the one with the diamond art. So for January, we've got our big kit, which is going to be Winter Solace, and then the sofa kit that I told you was my Puffy Gator, and then Discern the Limits of Darkness. February, I want to do Valentine Kitty. So that one is another Puffy Gator, and I want to have that one done in time for kind of around Valentine's Day. So hopefully I will get to start that one. If I get Discern the Limits of Darkness finished, that will be the next one that kind of replaces that one. And the same thing of as I replace one, I'll start another one, sort of thing. So we haven't got any really big kits scheduled for February. Valentine's Kitty, I think, is 60 by 70. So it's not as big as some of the others. So I'm expecting the Winter Solace one to take probably 2 months. And then I've got Bubble Goldfish, which is another little sofa kit. Longing, which I bought last Black Friday 2023. I think it was around then. It might have been after, actually. But that's a beautiful Sarah Mustafa mermaid that I've been wanting to do ever since I purchased it, and I've been so good at avoiding spoilers, and I've managed to avoid seeing any completed pictures of that kit. So I'm really glad that I haven't had the final finished results spoiled for me yet. So for me, it's going to be a mystery to see what Longing turns out like. So then moving on to March, I thought I'd break out my very first Jaded Gem Shop kit that I bought, I guess, a year and a half ago now. I bought my Jaded Gem Shop. I bought 2 kits from her, and then I still haven't tried them out yet. So it's one of the Mari 945, or is it 949? The Mari Princess portraits, anyway, of Sleeping Beauty, Princess Aurora. So I'm looking forward to doing that one, because that's my birthday, so I like to do a special kit that I've been saving. I always do a special kit kind of on my birthday month. And then Spirit Animal of a Blossom Droid, or Druid. That one's going to be my big March kit. It's not actually that big. It's only a 50 by 70 centimeter, I think. But the one with the diamond art, especially from when I bought this kit as well, they had very confetti heavy renderings. They have now changed their renderings since I bought this kit, so it might not be as bad now if you repurchase the kit or something. But that's why I've labeled that one as my big square for March, because even though it's not big, it's gonna feel big because of the amount of confetti in it, and I already know that going in. I always struggle with the one with the diamond art pieces, so we'll see how that one goes. And then we've got Lotus Fish is my little sofa kit, because that one's a nice little snack size. It's 47 by something or other. And then April, we've got Diamond Art Studio UK always do an April Showers diamond painting event. It's like a diamond painting along. So I've got 2 scheduled in for that one. Green Macaw, which I bought back in, was it November? Whenever it was I got it. And then the Wolf in the Forest one that I got off the D-Stash group, that one will be my large square for the month, because that one that's 60 by 80. So that one will be quite large. And then finally, Diamond Art Club kit, Herbalist Helper, which I feel so awful about this. So a year ago almost now, I asked people to help me choose what kit to work on next as part of my kit countdown stash countdown. And I had a spinning wheel thing and then said to people, which one out of these three would you like me to work on? Herbalist Helper won, but that was around the time that an awful lot of life stuff was happening, and I ended up not working on it. I can't remember why, but I felt myself being pulled towards other kits, and given how bad I was feeling at the time, I was just like, I want to follow my nose and just do what feels right. So I haven't forgotten that one won the vote. You guys took the time to help choose that kit for me to work on. So I shall definitely be working on that kit at some point this year. Herbalist Helper. That was by Ivy Dollamore, I think. Pretty sure. Then in Mermay, so in May, Mermay is a drawing event that I used to take part in back when I did a lot more art than I do now. So at the moment I've scheduled in all 3 mermaids. I might get a bit sick of that if I do that, but my big kit for that month will be my Distracted by Diamonds mermaid kit, which is called Saltwater. Put a picture here. So that one's I got that one in round, but I'm also thinking it's probably going to be very confetti heavy, so that's why it's as my large kit for that month. But again, a lot of this is subject to if I finish the stuff on the month before. Otherwise, everything kind of will get pushed down. So, and then the other ones for May, I want to do possibly Merida. It was a discontinued Diamond Art Club kit, and I cannot remember the name of the artist off the top of my head. And then Undersea Dreaming, which is a Mandy Manzano piece. That one it's the right width to be able to do downstairs on the sofa, which is why it's labelled as my sofa kit. So June is Some of the Masters, which is an event that Diamonds and Washi hosts every summer. So I've got one Old Masters kit that I'm planning to work on. I bought that last Black Friday from Diamond Dotz. Well, it was a different site. It wasn't actually the Diamond Dotz direct website. It was a seller called sewprocrafts. They have lots of Diamond Dot paintings and stuff that they sell on that website, and they have a points program. But I'll put a link to it in the video description if you want to check out that website. It might be a more budget-friendly way for people in the UK to get Diamond Dots kits if you're having trouble finding them for reasonable prices. So anyway, that's an option. So my large kit for that month will be my Dreamer designs. It's called the Hummer Summer, which I think it was is that Bridget Roth? I think that might have been. It's a discontinued kit. So that will be my big kit. That's another 60 by 80 kit. And then I was thinking Smiling Tiger, which is a Diamond Art Club. But out of June, I'm most looking forward to working on that Kiss one, because when I first got it, I was so tempted to do it straight away. And I was like, no, I'm going to wait and leave it to do it in the summer in 2024 with Summer with the Masters. And I didn't because, life. I didn't complete any diamond paintings in that month. So this year, though, I'm really looking forward to doing the special diamonds in that kit and giving it a go. So July, this is really going to be subject to change. I'll be amazed if stuff is still in order by the time we get to July. But I'm thinking of doing one of my Diamond Shop kits. It was a full crystal kit of a piece called Venus, which is fan art from the Old Masters classic, The Birth of Venus, which is an Old Masters painting I really, really like. But this was kind of a fan art version of it. So I'm thinking I might try that. I've kind of been saving it, because, of course, Diamond Shop doesn't exist anymore. So I think I might, but I really want to save it. So that one could end up being taken off the list entirely, but it's sort of my way of half participating in Summer of the Masters in July, even though it's not an Old Masters, it's a fan art inspired by the Old Masters. But I don't know, I might save it. So then I've got 2 other square kits penciled in, which is Dreamer Designs, Tiger from the Embers, which is the kit that I used my points on. And then Perfect Spot, which is kind of a summery turtle. It's quite a small square kit. August, we've got another large Dreamer Designs called Jaguar, and possibly Night Kitsune, which I may or may not do. I probably will. It depends if I buy any other smaller kits at this point, because we're still These kits are actually kind of still big to do on the sofa, but they'll just fit on my tray. So that one might be subject to change. And then I've got my very last, the one with the diamond art canvas, Brother and Sister by Jasmine Beckett Griffith. So after I completed that one, I will have the one with the diamond art kits in my stash anymore. So I am thinking I will then, as soon as I finish all the kits from them, I will replenish my stash from that company. So I might buy a couple kits from them. So I'm gonna try and factor that into my kit limit for this year. So then we're into September. At the moment, I've just kind of thrown in some random ones. The main one I want to do is the Winter Fox from Diamond Art Club, because that is the largest kit I have in my stash. Whoops, I've got to stop doing that. Yeah, so that one is 70 by, I think it's 110 centimeters. It's daunting. But I kind of, the fact that it's so big is I kind of want to get to it and get it done so that it can be out of my stash and I can never buy a painting that large again, because I think that one's pushing it a little bit. But we'll see how we go. There might be a lot of colour blocking in it, you never know. So that's my main goal, is just that one in September. And then possibly if I compete in the Drills and Chills, the Golden Glade, which is a deer kit, that might work for that if I can be bothered. And then October at the moment, I've just scheduled in all Halloween kits, but that's very much subject to change on that. And then November, it just says Diamond Art Studio UK kit, because they do their Purple Post event in every November. So I'll be working on a kit from them. And then of course it's my anniversary in November, my diamond painting anniversary. So I'll have to be doing the Robin Coney Spirits kit. Fingers crossed that I can buy it this year and Diamond Art Club restock it, because that's the kit I'm planning to do in November, which I don't own yet. And then December, we've just got Christmas Kitty, which is another Distracted by Diamonds cat from Puffy Gator. And then Perion, or Periton, discontinued kit from Diamond Art Club. Is mainly kind of going through my stash going, which ones do I really want to savor and save till the following year? Because I want to be left with like all my favorites as I'm working through my stash countdown. I want to have all my favorites left till the end, so it's like working on a just joy after joy for the final year of diamond painting. That's my thoughts anyway. And then the rest of it is just, I've gone through my stash and written down like what sizes of canvases are the smallest that may or may not fit in on my tray on the sofa. So yeah, that's my notes. It's a bit too overly planned. It may be subject to change, but yeah, I am thinking of doing a new stash kind of video of all of the kits that I've still got in my stash. However, the majority of my stash is actually now packed away in the loft, so I'm wondering about doing a gems flow look through, a bit like Katie did from Diamonds and Washi. So if anyone will be interested in that, I'm planning on getting that up at some point this year, in the next couple months hopefully. So yeah, I guess I'll see you then. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed me ranting about diamond paintings for the last half hour or so. Thanks so much for watching. Please hit the thumbs up button on your way out if you did enjoy this video. If you didn't enjoy this video, hit the thumbs down. It won't bother me. It's all good. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys all soon. Bye.